play after me. I'm going to start on a note, F sharp. You play it. F sharp. A. D. A. All right, now I just want you to pick any note and play it long. Any note in D major. And now switch your note. Switch it. Different note in G major, D major. You're going to change the note again? And you're going to change the note again. If you need to change your bow, feel free to change your bow. And again. And if you're playing the piano, then you're just striking it once and then you're just waiting and thinking about your next note. Then you're playing it. Just one note. Trust me on this. Now we're going to double up the speed. So it's going to be and then we're going to play another note. Note. Another note. Any note in D major. So you're thinking ahead. What's next? What's next? What's next? Just keep doing that for a minute. As you're doing that, you're choosing your next note. But what are you focused on? One thing you could be focused on is like start the note in time, right? 1, 2, 3, start. Like right on the moment, right? Start. Start. If you're a string player, you're probably not used to starting a note right on the beat. Piano players, no problem because they just tapped it. Let's try this rhythm. We're going to try this rhythm. So it's going to be I'll give you some examples. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Just keep that up. Da 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 da. You're choosing the notes. Da 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 da. Anything from D major. Da 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 da. Same thing. Keep it going. I'm gonna change the loop. Keep it going. Da 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 da. Shake it out. All right, as you continue to go forward with this, look, if you're more advanced or if you've taken this class before, you know that you can change up and you can do other things. But if this is your first time, try to focus on what you can do well. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to do something that's difficult and pushing your speed threshold, focus on your quality of attention. That's why it's better to do something that's easier for you, but where you can focus on your quality of attention. So as you go forward with this, that's why I say, even if you're just doing this, if you're just doing... like, as I'm playing that, and let me just be crystal clear that, like, for me to do that, that is sufficiently challenging for me to do it well. Right? Like, being musical is not about being virtuosic. Like, doing anything anything that's worth doing is worth doing well. And so I really want to give you the opportunity to improve your awareness. Improve your awareness. So it's like when you go to yoga class, they're like, okay, just stand still and breathe and notice like stuff. So that's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to start giving you things to notice. So whatever you're doing, if you're playing dotted half notes like this, da, da, or if you're playing twice as slow, or if you're playing eighth notes, or triplet eighths, or sixteenths. No matter what you're playing, the point is for you to be able to focus on your awareness. So that's what I'm going to give you now as you go forward with this. Ready? 1, 2, you got it. You're playing. Hit record on your device for later, and occasionally push stop and then hit record again so that you can kind of go through different parts. Now we're going to talk about where your attention is going. So first of all, bring your attention to your breath. As you're playing, just notice your breath. Now just notice your body, like the overall amount of tension in your body. Just notice your body, your whole body. Bring your attention to your body. And maybe you adjust your body a little bit. Notice your shoulders, your neck. Bring your attention to your legs, the muscles in your face, maybe, your arms, wrists, whatever. Still playing. Now let's bring your attention to the notes you're playing. So how about like just the sound that you're getting? Notice your sound. What do you notice about your sound? And that could be like the sustain of your sound, the attack, the rhythm. What do you notice about your rhythm? What do you notice about vibrato if you use vibrato? What do you notice about like the volume of your notes? Are some of them loud, some of them soft? Are your notes like swelling? Are they dying down? Are your notes connected to each other? Just notice things while you're improvising. All right, shake it out. Shake it out. So all these things that we bring our attention to, they're all choices. It's always a choice of what you bring your attention to. You could bring your attention to like the composition, or you could bring your attention to the execution. The fact is you're composing. You are improvising. But it's natural to split between like, you know, thinking about the choice of the note that you chose, which is a compositional thing, versus how did you play that note. And it's possible to pay attention to all these things, but we want to get in the habit of noticing things without judging ourselves. So I also want to bring your attention to kind of your inner dialogue. So let's do a little more playing, and this time I'm going to encourage you to bring rests in. So I want you to play a phrase and then play a rest. So for example, That was a phrase. It was a one-note phrase, and now I'm playing a rest. That's a phrase. This is a rest. That was a long phrase, and now this is a rest, right? That's what I mean by play a phrase and then take a rest. So let's see if we can try that. You're still just using notes from D major, but what I'm also going to do is ask you to really think about your inner dialogue and notice the thoughts that you have inside. Like, what are those like? So I'm going to bring that up while you're playing. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. So just like you brought your attention to your breath earlier, I want you to bring your attention to kind of the voice inside. The chatter inside. It's like, what are you saying to yourself? Like, do you judge yourself harshly when you notice things? Are you like, oh man, I hate my sound? What if you try to actually guide that voice inside towards some positive things? Like, notice good things about what you're doing. And so to give yourself like a pat on the back. Like, acknowledge yourself for showing up for class today. Good job, self. We showed up for this class. Maybe you didn't want to. Maybe you felt tired. But you showed up anyway. So like feeling a little gratitude toward yourself. And then maybe saying like, hey, I'm doing this. I don't know how to do everything, but like, I'm doing some cool stuff right now. And try to notice just things like about your playing that you like. Like, try to hear your own sound and like receive it as having something beautiful. Acknowledge your own beauty, basically. And intelligence too, right? Like, whatever you're playing, there's some intelligence, there's some soulfulness in it. There's some sophistication, nuance, like acknowledge all those things about you. Like if a child came to you and you were observing that child and you were recognizing what's special about that child, do that for yourself.